Often we really like to compare and contrast players from different eras, and that's what we're going to do today with our newest edition of Who You Got. I'm James the Greek.
And I'm the DA.
And this is Man Cave Sports. DA, I don't know about you, but I love basketball, especially 80s and 90s basketball, when Michael Jordan was there, when Magic Johnson was there, when Isaiah Thomas was there. And there's one guy who I think everybody forgets about. Maybe because he's quiet, maybe because he's white. But Larry Bird, one of the best shooters of all time. And I want to know, who would you rather take if you were the GM of a 500 basketball team? Would you rather have Larry Bird after his first 10 years? Or would you rather have another great shooter from today, Steph Curry?
Oh, that's a great question. So now, like you, my biggest fandom of basketball was during the 90s. I was a big 90s basketball fan, less during the 80s, so I missed some of Bird's really great years, obviously, when he was with the with the Celtics. And so I was a little less 80s, but 90s I was a huge Jordan fan. And I mean, how can you not be a Jordan fan? And I like the Denver Nuggets, those late 90s Denver Nuggets of Mutombo and all those teams. Oh yeah, right there, right. You gotta give it there. No. And when they beat the Supersonics, to be I think they were the 8 seed beating the Supersonics 1 seed. That was monster. So Steph Curry, let's break this down, right? Steph Curry is one of the most pure shooters I have ever seen, that the NBA has ever seen. Incredible three-point touch, incredible ball movement skill, right? He can move with the ball. Thing about it is he has been incredibly successful. They've built a team around him, and he has completely changed how the NBA is built and how the NBA operates. Moving towards three-point shooters, moving towards you shoot, move down the court, make or miss. You move down the court, you let them shoot, you move back down the court, you shoot. There's no longer a big boy ball anymore. There's no longer you pound in the middle, you don't pound rebounds. You get 5 shooters on the team, maybe 1 big guy and 4 shooters. He's completely changed the game. Now, Larry Bird, at the time, that boy, he could absolutely shoot, but he was much more physical, trash talker, in your face. Defensively, he is without a doubt better than Steph. And so if I had to give it, if I had to start right, am I talking about right now? Am I talking like 80s or 90s?
I'm talking about right now. If you're a 500 team and you have one max contract that you can offer, are you taking Larry Bird or Steph Curry?
I am going to take Steph Curry.
All right, David, I sent you an email a little while ago with the stat comparison for their first 10 years. Open that email and now tell me what you think.
Okay, and when we do this, people, legit, I have no idea what the stats are. James says, I'll give you 2 players. He lets me know the 2 players just to think about it, but he tells me, don't look at the stats. Don't look it up. Just your memory, and this is the first time I am looking at this. So do not open email. All right. What jumps out to me? This is the first 10 years, right?
First 10 years of their career.
Points go to Bird. Rebounds, Bird. Assists go to Curry. Steals, Bird, but that's almost even. Blocks doesn't really matter for the position. I guess Bird has more, almost 1 a game. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage goes to Steph. Free throw. And then obviously you look at all the numbers. 3 championships, 9 first-team all NBA by Bird, 3 by Steph, defensive MVPs. So Bird has the better numbers. And the thing about it, too, is Bird played in a time when the 3-point was not the priority by any means. So when you look at it, like Steph has 3-point percentage of .436 compared to .377. Steph takes, that's his specialty. That's what he does. Like you don't really worry about him too much inside of the 3-point line. It's outside the 3-point. It's half court line is where you start worrying about Steph. Larry was much more inside, and it was in pound. And if you don't have a shot, you get to the big man. But this is really interesting. Bird has better number. I wasn't expecting that.
The numbers were so close, and I find it very interesting that Bird's numbers were very close in the assist category, considering that Steph Curry's a point guard and Bird was a forward. So how did he rack up those assists over a point guard? I'll have no idea.
I think what it is just the ball movement of the decade, of the team, of that Celtics, that run. I think he came in 79, 80. I think it was his first year, maybe something like that. And that run of the Celtics seemed like the way you played basketball then was you move, you go for the basket, you move it. If you don't have it, you move it. And so you rack up assists versus now is you move it to the guy who has the one shot. And that's point guard to one guy. He takes the ball. He opens up his own shot and takes it. But I am amazed by that. And again, you're going to see better rebounds on the Bird side. You're going to see, a lot more rebounds on Bird side, almost double what you're going to see by Steph. And I think that's a lot more of the game and the position. But I'm surprised by that. I thought Steph's points would be more. 23.5 to 25. I thought Steph would have more points.
Think about the fact that Steph Curry shoots way more threes than Bird and still has less points. In my mind, it's no question. I want Larry Bird because that guy was not getting any uncontested shots. Every time he shot the ball, there were two guys on him and they were hand checking him, not like today where they're playing Matador defense. So I'm going to ask you, Ards, now that you've seen the numbers, are you still taking Steph Curry?
No, I'm taking Bird. And I like the trash talk. I like he'll change the game too with his mouth, and he adds more to the game.
Yeah, Larry Bird was considered one of the greatest trash talkers, if not the greatest trash talker of all time. If you have time when you're done watching our stuff on YouTube, go and look at some of the Larry Bird videos. They will talk about how Larry used to go to the opposition's bench, say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the ball right here, and then I'm going to pass it away. I'm going to go into the corner, and I'm going to shoot a three right over your head. And damn it if he didn't do it every single time he said it.
It's impressive. It was absolutely incredible to watch him play. And the thing about both players, they can take over games, but Steph is going to take over the game in one aspect, in the three-point aspect. And it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. But Larry could do everything, and that's what made him so dangerous. Is you had to guard outside, you had to guard inside, you had to guard under the basket. He was unstoppable force, and you changed my mind. Dang it. Come on, James.
The only bad thing about Larry Bird? The shoes. The weapons by Converse, all black, were ugly as sin. But other than that, Larry Bird, you're my boy.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. More likes equals more great content for you. And if you haven't, subscribe now.